Hare Krishna, everyone. Dhanavat pranams. Jai Srila Prabhupada. I hope you are all doing well. Many of you will know that one of the things I do in my day job is I am the director of an organization based in the southwest of England, where we do a lot of interfaith dialogue, cross-cultural activities, and the organization supports local religious groups and faith groups to get more involved in their community, create links with the local council, local government, and we generally do a lot of activities around supporting faith groups in their communities. And many of you would have seen that last week I went to my first ever Unification Church event. Now, the Unification Church, their full name is the Family Federation for World Peace and Unification. They're known by millions actually as the Moonies, but they don't go by that name. That's kind of a nickname that's been given to them. And the Moonies, or the Unification Church, are well known for their mass weddings. So that's the group of people I went to meet last week. Today, I am visiting a Moravian church. So a lot of people in Britain will not have heard of the Moravians. How the Moravians describe themselves is they are like the Methodists, but older. So Methodist Christianity is a non-conformist Protestant form of Christianity. And I can explain that in another video. And the Moravians are like them, but older. So the Moravians are originally from Germany, I believe from the 1600s, whereas the Methodists are from Britain in the 1700s. And I'm here actually in this beautiful Moravian church today in Bath, which is my home city. I've been helping to coordinate, as director of the organisation, an art exhibition. As you can see, wonderful, beautiful paintings. And the art exhibition, the artist is not me. I'm not artistic in any way. The artist is a United Reformed Church theologian. So she's not only a church minister and a theologian, she's an artist. And my organisation has been helping to organise this art exhibition. Most people seem to like this one. It's very yellow. Very Lord Chaitanya, maybe there's a sign there. So see, these are some of the paintings that we are exhibiting today in this beautiful Moravian church. And as director of this faith foundation, I get to travel not just around the area that I live in, but all over the country, meeting different religious groups of people, and it's fascinating. Many of you will know that before I joined the Hare Krishna movement, well over 20 years ago, I was involved with the Methodist Church. And Methodists are, non-conformist, quite liberal to some extent, liberal Christians, that God loves everyone, and we're all going to go to heaven in the end. So what do you worry about stuff so much? And actually, it's that vibe, it's that message that we've really brought into the Hare Krishna project. With my other hat on, when the Hare Krishna project was set up 4 years ago, we really wanted to base the mood of the project on inclusion. That Lord Chaitanya is for everyone, that Lord Krishna is for everyone, and that Prabhupada's message is for everyone. And often, not just in the Hare Krishna movement, but all over the world, we see lots of division and exclusion. So at the Hare Krishna project, we really try and prioritize ourselves at being an inclusive initiative and an inclusive project. And the podcast that we produce, the Hare Krishna Project podcast, we've certainly really tried to set the mark with that anyone, almost anyone, is welcome on the podcast to share their views, to share their values, to share their insights, and to kind of share their theological persuasion within Lord Chaitanya's community as well. Those of you that have been following the Hare Krishna project for some time know that around 2 years ago, it was 2 years ago now, I produced a series of talks called Inclusive Vaishnavism, where I gave a series of talks around how through postmodernism, bit of a fancy philosophical term, through postmodernism, through inclusion of LGBT people, through inclusion of all people regardless of skin color. Actually, we can be an inclusive movement. With this video, I'm going to put the links to those series of talks, Inclusive Vaishnavism from 2023. And also, just to let you know, some of you might know this already, but the Hare Krishna Project's third publication, Inclusive Krishna, will be coming out possibly as early as the end of this year, if that makes sense, possibly as early as the end of this year. So our first publication was the Hare Krishnas in Britain. Second publication's just come out. It's the one everyone's talking about, Black Magic, Booze and Bhakti. And the third publication, Inclusive Krishna, will be out possibly as early as the end of this year, if not the beginning of 2026. At the Hare Krishna Project, we are keen to be an inclusive initiative. We want to include people. Lord Chaitanya's movement, the Sankirtan movement, is for everybody, regardless of some of the things that you might feel be the reasons that you're excluded. Because believe it or not, even though the first fundamental teaching of Krishna consciousness, that we're not the body, despite that, there is still discrimination in the Hare Krishna movement. People contact me on a regular basis to say they have been discriminated against because of their sexuality. They've been discriminated against because of their skin color. They've been discriminated against because of their lack of wealth. They've been discriminated against because of their voting preferences. When have we heard that before? People have been discriminated against because of their nationality, or certainly the nationality they find themselves in this lifetime. So here at this beautiful Moravian church, just to remind everyone about that inclusive message of Krishna consciousness, is that Krishna is for everyone. With this video, as I've said already, you will see the link to the talks on inclusive Vaishnavism, and our third publication, Inclusive Krishna, will be out hopefully at the end of this year. Thank you. Jai Srila Prabhupada and Hare Krishna.